Welcome to the wonderful city of Los Santos. Recently, I've been playing through GTA 5 story mode on PC, and this is my monitor I use to play it on. But what if I used a monitor that's 22 years older? This is the Apple Studio display, specifically a 2003 model. It stands out due to its shiny plastic design, touch-sensitive buttons, clear shell, and curved edges, and the bezel. It's also notable for having a single display connector that handles both video and power, known as ADC, or Apple Display Connector. But this connector is irrelevant to modern computers, so how on earth would I connect my modern computer to it? Simple. Purchase an official Apple ADC to DVI adapter from eBay, wait for it to be delivered, and still question how I would connect my PC to this, as it lacks DVI. Simple. Purchase an official Apple DVI to HDMI adapter, wait for it to be delivered, and finally connect my PC to it. Because I'm not using an ADC port which handles power to the display as well as video, the ADC to DVI adapter needs to be powered from the mains using a cloverleaf plug, commonly used on some laptop chargers. The Studio Display's ADC connector then connects to a female ADC port in the adapter, allowing you to connect it to a PC with DVI, or in my case, HDMI, using the DVI to HDMI adapter. I probably could have used DisplayPort, but it's fine. Once it's all connected, it should just work. Okay, nice. Pretty cool to see a display from 2003 just working with a PC from 2025, with a couple of adapters of course. Let's go ahead and load into GTA 5. Okay, the artwork clearly wasn't designed with these older 4x3 displays in mind, except this studio display technically has an aspect ratio of 5x4, since the native resolution is 1280 by 1024. Once the game loads into story mode, I'm actually surprised. It looks pretty decent. I'll admit, despite all that technical explanation, it really did just work. Again, with just a couple of adapters. Now, if you thought that I wasn't going to nitpick, then you're wrong, and you should apologise to my face right now. One challenge of playing this game on a display that is an earlier form of flat panel display technology is the faint blacks. Now, it's hard to tell on camera, but in real life, the blacks are not very well defined, which makes Los Santos hard to see in the dark. Here it is compared to my modern display, which may not seem fair, but it's just a point of reference. The game does have a brightness setting, but it didn't seem to help a lot. It honestly made the game a little more tricky, especially when driving at speed in the dark. Not the absolute worst, but certainly not ideal. Keep in mind that age may be a major factor to this, and the fact that this display was sold on eBay as untested / 4 parts. Actually, you can tell it's aged a fair bit, because there's a bright spot over here on the display. One very minor nitpick is the colour temperature is warmer, but in my opinion it's also not the worst. In fact, some cutscenes with warm lighting fit quite well. Here's a comparison with the modern display again. One more slight difference is that the cutscenes play with a cinematic letterbox effect. Asterisk. Now, one unique feature of this display compared to the modern one is the inclusion of 2 USB ports that work either through ADC or in my case through the ADC to DVI converter's USB connector. Not sure what speed they are though, maybe 1.1? I guess we'll find out. So why not try running the game from a 5400 RPM hard drive through the USB hub? Well, I did just that. I transferred the game to it, and it was a little slow loading. Very slow. But it still worked. Well then, I guess it technically finished loading, but apparently the game took a day off. This is kinda cool. It's like I'm breaking the boundaries of GTA 5. Hey, check this out. It kinda looks like it's been snowing everywhere. Are you good? Ugh, I can't take this anymore, I'm out of here. Well, that was certainly interesting. So, if you ever questioned how GTA 5 would be like running off of a 5400 RPM hard drive through an Apple Studio Display slow USB hub, then I guess I've answered your question. In conclusion, GTA 5 is a decent experience on this display. Not perfect, but decent. But you know what? Decent is more than a win for me. That's right, all that nitpicking was just futile, and this display looks way cooler anyway. So I'll be getting rid of my curved monitor now.